Welcome aboard, space travelers.
This is episode 59 of the Mouseport podcast for the week of April 5th, 2017. I'm Meg Veg, and I'm joined by Kate.
Hey, everybody.
Tim.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
And Adam.
What's up, everybody?
This week we're going to be talking about some Disney YouTubers. Come along through the Mouseport. Welcome to the Mouseport podcast, where your passport to Walt Disney World and everything Disney related. This week at the Newsport.
So we have some news on Mission Space. Closures begin on June 5th, lasting to the end of July 2017. Due to Mission Space actually having two separate ride bays, so they pretty much can load you and they split it to the red side and the green side, I think, or the orange side and the green side. One makes you sick, one doesn't. But work can be achieved without a complete closure of this ride normally, and this summer's closure will be the first time the ride will be completely closed. Now, there's been a lot of speculation going on regarding that new missions may be on the way for the ride, and although Disney has not made any announcements or confirmation of any changes actually being made. So what do you guys think?
I've never ridden this ride in my life.
Really?
I used to go on it before I got dizzy, and I haven't tried it since I have my dizzy crap.
We started riding orange, and as we get older, we gravitated more towards green. We don't do it every trip, because I really don't enjoy it.
I remember the
much.
last time I did it, I felt like I was going to get sick.
Yeah, it can be pretty. I almost got sick after doing it, but
It's
I
one of
also
those
did it
things
first
where
thing in the morning.
The experience never changes, so you don't need to ride it all the time. If they do what they did with Star Wars and have like not really a choose your own adventure, but a randomization of different scenes, that would be. I think they'd get more people riding that thing.
See, I love the concept of having like a space flight simulator type ride. Only, like if you said, it had multiple different scenes, and I don't know the difference between green and orange because I've never ridden either of them, and I don't want to ride green and be like, this is nothing, and then ride orange and be like, whoa, like that's way more than I expected. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm afraid of like the difference between the two. So I've never ridden this, not because I don't want to try it, I do, I'd rather have it be like a setup situation where I know I'm going into it, and if I feel sick, like I can just chill for the rest of the day. But every time I've gone in the past few years, it's only been like a, hey, do you want to do this last minute? I'm like, I'm not really into trying to feel sick for the rest of the day.
It's
maybe or may not.
Weird they're closing it in the summer, because that's one less ride people stand in line for, so everything else is going to be crowded.
See, but I don't even see it getting the lines that it used to get anymore.
It never got the lines. We would always, whenever we decided to try to do it, it would just walk right on.
Yeah,
it takes some traffic, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
how many people fit per like ride cycle? Like how many?
Well, 4 to each
car.
5.
Car.
Okay.
4 or 5. And then, like, all it is a giant gravitron when you really think about it. So you get like the feeling of that G-force. But it's very cramped if you have any kind of claustrophobic feeling.
That's another thing I was afraid of, because I don't like the feeling of being like stuck in a spot, like, oh my gosh, I can't move. So, like, you know those rides where like you're hang gliding and you lay in your stomach and they like strap you in? Mm-hmm. I don't like stuff like that because I feel like, oh my god, I can't move. That's why I don't like Stitch, because I'm not even moving and I'm strapped down. I don't like that. But we'll see if hopefully with this change they'll add new missions, because that changes the entire ride situation. Just like Star Tours, every time you go on it, you can flip through. If they added like different, like if they had WALL-E to something, well, maybe not. I don't know how realistic the ride is, but like WALL-E could go in there and space type Disney characters, but change it up. It's been the same for how long?
Since it opened.
2003?
Yeah.
Long
time. So switch that up. I'm excited to maybe see what's on the inside if I'm lucky.
It's probably one of the prettiest facades of an Epcot attraction, though. And the outside of the building is gorgeous. But yeah, I don't know. They got to do something with the ride itself.
I love space travel.
Right. The next bit of news is probably, I guess, the biggest news that's been happening this week, and that is a change to the security screenings. Disney's trying to eliminate or alleviate, I guess, the congestion at the gates. So, starting with Magic Kingdom, guests arriving through the TTC will now be screened at the TTC itself, whether arriving by car or via off-site charter bus. Screening takes place in the former tram boarding areas, and a new tram boarding area has been built, freeing up the previous loading areas for several large security screening areas. Now, if you're arriving by Disney Resort bus, for guests staying on Disney resorts, they're now screened in a new area built just behind the ferryboat dock. Now, for resort boat launches between Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge, and Contemporary, a new bag check is being built at the arrival docks.
See, I like that.
See,
Unless it's raining, then I feel bad for the people who are checking bags in the rain on a dock.
Well, they're all covered.
I'm sure they'll have tents.
And they close the boats if it's raining hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of, to me, makes it feel more inclusive, at least for Magic Kingdom. I might not be, I think I'm the only one in that factor, but, like, I'd rather walk out of my hotel room, walk up to, like, the transportation, whether it be bus or, like, if I'm at the Polynesian, bus, monorail, boat. Before I even leave the property of the hotel, I'm already checked into Magic Kingdom. Or going forward, if they check them before buses and stuff, any park, technically.
Right.
Like,
Well, that's the issue that I have, is that, thinking about it a little bit more, let's say you're staying at the monorail resort and you're going to Epcot. So you're going to have to go through bag check before you get on the monorail, and then you're going to have to go through bag check again once you finally get to Epcot.
Well, I'm
what I've heard is that if you are bag checked before you get on the monorail for Epcot, whether it's at a resort and you switch at the TTC and then go to Epcot, you're already in bag check, and that the monorail exit for Epcot will be inside security.
Fun.
Game changing, as well as the express bus. So like I said, if you're at a monorail resort, you go through your bag check once, and you have express bus, you can take a monorail, whatever, and then you're in a park, just take a bus, and you literally go through bag check one time.
You see, and then again, I'm thinking about the express bus. The only time that I've had a real issue with bag check is on Park Open.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
every
imagine
other time,
before you even
midday,
get to park opening that your bag is checked at the monorail. Like,
And that was only during Magic Kingdom, because even Animal Kingdom park opening, the line wasn't that long. I mean, really, nobody.
No.
Well, that'll change once Pandora opens, but the line wasn't that long to get into Animal Kingdom. It wasn't long to get into Hollywood Studios. Because we always have our camera bag with us, so one of us always has to go through bag check.
the longest bag check I've ever gone through multiple times has been Magic Kingdom. So now that if it's spread out, like if I could get on a bus at Pop and have my bag checked before I get on that bus that goes to Magic Kingdom, and then I don't have to go through bag check when I get there,
Well,
I would be thrilled.
The buses, if you come by bus, you're going to be checked at Magic Kingdom still, but over by the bus area, not at the gate to the park.
Right, but imagine in the future if the 4 park buses from
Right.
every resort was set up so that there was a bag check at the resort on the curb, like walk through this metal detector, get on the bus.
Yeah, as you get online to get on the bus, yeah, that probably makes the most sense.
So then
So
all
people
of
could
their
throw a
internal transportation
Yeah.
would be covered.
People are going to throw
Yeah,
a fit anyway.
Yeah, they
but
will.
with the bus situation, I've never seen so many almost fights break out in Disney about I was here first and I was waiting for blah blah blah
Pop
amount of
Century
time
was
for
the
my bus.
worst. Pop Century was the worst.
I'm so glad Kate and Nick and Uber exist.
But I saw pictures of what Magic Kingdom looks like now with the old security stations removed from the gate, and it looks amazing because it's all open again, it's all free, it's all clear, and it looks nice. So I guess that's a plus for this whole thing. I'm still unsold, but
Which, speaking of pictures, side note, is the crane gonna be up when we're in Florida in September?
Possibly.
I've never been there for the crane.
it's iffy. If last time we went, it was already done. The crane was still there. They keep it there perpetually now. It's behind like a scrim. It stays there, I guess, now.
It just lives
But
there.
it was, yeah.
Its vacation
No, it
is
was
at
there
Magic
because
Kingdom.
They were hanging up lights. The last time we went was October, and they were still hanging up some of the lights. It was up one day, it was down the next. It was up and down throughout our whole length of stay. So
I want to say they were also painting the castle too.
Oh, we're painting the castle red.
Blue.
We're going to lose our head.
Pink, pink, pink.
Blue, blue, blue.
Blue.
Oh my god.
Kate's like, I'm going to bed.
Tell me you have seen Alice in Wonderland, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Never.
well, anyway, we have that for everyone that's going to Disney or is planning a trip anytime soon, the My Disney Experience app is actually showing FastPass plus reservation times for Pandora, the World of Avatar, and the 2 rides within the park. So, Pandora's coming really soon. I don't know if you guys have, figured it out, but it's, really, really soon. I remember it was, years out, and now we're, it's coming. Memorial Day weekend, Avatar will be in Animal Kingdom, a whole new situation, a whole new part of the park. So you can get these FastPass Plus reservations on the My Disney Experience app. I'm sure you can go on the website as well if you're going during those times with a ticket or annual pass. So if you're 60 days out, that's if you're staying at a hotel. If you have park admission, you can do it 30 days prior. So if you're going to be there for the weekend of Memorial Day, which sounds like it's going to be super busy, obviously because this is opening, but I've gone Memorial Day week at least twice before, and other than the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, busy. The rest of the week is gorgeous. But if you're going to Pandora, you can get your FastPass Plus on the My Disney Experience app and the website now. And there's only 2 new rides at Pandora, if you didn't know. There is the Flight of Passage, where you ride a Banshee, and the Navi River Journey, where it's a small world in Pandora. With singing.
I heard that joke today, too.
I mean, there are a lot of boat rides at Disney World, and this one is just like a bioluminescent one, I guess. But
well, it's from what I've seen and what I've heard so far, it sounds like it's technology-wise, it's akin to Shanghai's Pirates.
ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about it.
Let's not talk about the Tron rumor coaster coming, but
We'll see what happens.
I wish I could
I'm
go to
not
the
holding
Asia-
my breath
the-
on
the
that.
parks in
That
Asia,
and
but-
the Monsters Inc. coaster are the 2 biggest rumored coasters ever to hit.
Monsters-
thus far.
that Monsters Inc. coaster rumor has been around for years.
the Monsters
The
Inc.
door
ride at
coaster, that's
Disneyland is literally one of the driving forces for me going to Disneyland.
That's a fun ride.
I
didn't know about it when we were there.
Wait, you didn't go on
You
it?
didn't do
No, I
Kate
didn't
and I
know
will go
about
on it
it.
next year. Don't worry.
I have to go back now.
Every reason to go back.
Well, the next time you go back, we have to plan it instead of going a week apart like we did last time.
December of next year.
The joke is also that Joe Rohde says is going to, on May 26th, postpone the opening of Avatar again.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised either.
But anyways, so we also have at Disney Springs, which I promise I'll stop calling it Downtown Disney Springs once I go there, but until I actually am there, it is Downtown Disney Springs. The dress shop in the Marketplace Co-op at Disney Springs has opened. It's called Cherry Tree Lane Boutique. That's where you can find all the dresses. They are literally Dapper Day dresses, incarnate. They pick Disney themes and rides, attractions that they turned into 50s style T-length dress, sort of halter top style dresses. They've got Haunted Mansion. They've got
Orange Bird.
Orange Bird, yep. Hollywood Tower of Terror. They've got pretty much anything you could think of. They've got
Minnie
Tiki
Mouse,
Room.
yeah. I didn't really care for any of them except for the Orange Bird, but I wouldn't wear it.
The Tiki
Hey,
Room
Kate,
one
was they
is
basic?
gorgeous.
I actually like that kind of style.
I
clothing.
also like that kind of style because it looks good on me with my height and I love the Tiki Room one. It's not a dress that, you're not wearing it to work, being look at me. But if you were going to Kid's like, I'm going to. But if you're going to like Dapper Day or like they look like prom dresses if you like wanted to pick that. I actually wore like that style of dress to prom the first time I went. But they're gorgeous dresses. I think they're like right around $120 or so, including tax.
Yeah, they run from $89 to $120.
Yep, and they have also accessories like fascinators and gloves and bags that match and all that fun stuff. So if you're looking for a sort of formal, fun 50s style dress, like pinup situation, the dress shop at the marketplace at Co-op will have those dresses for you.
I heard Magic Kingdom is coming out with some later this spring too.
I would really, really, really like a Pioneer or Jungle Cruise themed dress.
I'm sure they will.
Do it up.
Okay, and over at the Disney food blog, they discovered a new Dole Whip and rum smoothie. And you can find this over at the Art of Animation Resort at the Big Blue Nemo-inspired pool. It's called the Captain's Pineapple Drink at Art of Animation. It's $10. It's pre-mixed of the Dole Whip and Captain Morgan's rum. And also at the Landscape of Flavors, they offer Pineapple Paradise, and it's basically the same thing without the alcohol for $5.99.
No alcohol.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said. I was like,
"That's for the kids. It's for the kids."
Oh yeah.
You know them?
The kids. What are those?
Well, if you think about it, that's only $4 for a shot of rum. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The thing that I wonder about, though, is that by that pool bar that you can't get to unless you're staying in that resort.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's one of the most.
Off.
Yeah, that's one of the most heavily guarded pools.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I stayed at French Quarter, they didn't guard that pool.
Yeah, no, this you have to have your magic band, and you have to touch your magic band to the lock, and that's when you get let in.
Oh.
Okay, well,
it was
if you
the
want
first
me to
pool
spend
to
money
go
on
on the no
alcohol,
hop
you better let me in.
It was the first pool to go on the no hopping list. Because it's that popular.
Interesting. And for this next item, I can't see me ever going to this or anyone that I know going to this. STK Orlando over at Disney Springs is offering a bougie brunch service, is what I'm going to call it.
Bougie.
It's
I'm going.
$275 for two people.
Holy crap.
It's from 11:30 to 3:30, and it's a brunch for two. It is featured a tomahawk steak, butter poached 2-pound lobster, king crab scrambled eggs, rounded off with a bottle, how do you say that, Megveg?
Veuve Clicquot.
Okay. And other items include a $19 beef short rib and egg sandwich, $25 crab cake Benedict, fried chicken and funnel cake. Ooh, that sounds good. At
Not for $25.
Yeah, old school eggs, thick cut bacon, fingerling potato home fries for $16. Yeah, that's a lot of money for freaking brunch.
Well, that's also a lot of money for STK, because I heard that restaurant isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, that's what I heard the same thing.
I've walked past it. It looked very nice, but yeah.
The only thing that came out of STK for me was my love for Argyle Nut House Pinot Noir, which I've been collecting since I've been to
Pinot Noir.
the boudoir. Nobody's going to get that.
That's my favorite.
Going back to, there's another bit of news that I heard, going back to the whole pool thing. They've also started giving out wristbands at the most popular pools and checking to make sure you're staying at those resorts.
Okay, so I'm glad about that because me and my mom in December are staying at Yacht Club, and obviously Stormalong Bay is the best pool on property. And if I have little cretins crawling up in there that don't belong there, I'll be mad. So.
No, I know that's the number one guarded pool on property.
I mean,
exactly.
Like, it's harder to get in now with the Magic Band situation, but now they're actually checking if you're walking in with other people.
Yeah. So they're going to randomly walk up to people and check your Magic Band while you're in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And now also with the DVC, you used to be able to pool hop, and they have taken a lot of that away.
Whack.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to do GVC episode.
I remember the good old days when I lived in Florida, and we could go to any pool we wanted to when I lived down there.
Yeah, but that's before they were all themed this way, too.
I guess.
That was before Art of Animation, before Polly redid their pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still an option to do whatever you wanted.
Hashtag
I get what
pool
you're saying.
Okay, well, this week we're actually going to be talking about some Disney YouTubers that we watch or subscribe to or see videos from just pop up on our feeds, because every time I watch a Disney video on YouTube, they do related videos and they're usually the same general people that post videos. So one of the ones that I subscribe to is Yo-Ho Blogger's Life for Me.
That's where you can find Mouseport.
Yeah, our episodes are posted up there on full episodes. You can just listen to them, add them to your watch later list or your playlist of other audio from Disney World.
Yeah, there's Disney recipes and some Disneyland park stuff on there and a bunch of stuff, different things.
Disneyland? Yeah. What's that?
It's basic.
Basically Disneyland.
We are big followers of Yo-Ho Blogger's Life for Me.
Yay!
Yeah, we've been for a while.
Yeah. We have to give Jerry sound clips somehow.
Alright, Kate, what is a Disney blog/vlogger that you follow on YouTube?
This is a podcast, it's ending soon, but they actually do a video podcast. You can listen to audio on iTunes, and it's also a video one. It's Mice Chat. I've been listening to them for years. It's really funny.
Mice Chat? I've not heard of that.
I just saw something on I don't know if we can talk about that, but I think they're going to have Jim Cummings on this week.
They probably are. They know a lot of people. And Jeff Heimbuch is actually really, really nice. He helped me with my trip when I went out to Disneyland and told me to skip Universal and go on the Warner Brothers tour, and it was a lot cheaper, and we had a lot more fun doing that.
That's cool.
Speaking of Disneyland, who do you guys have for people that are at Disneyland? Because
Mr. Cheesy Pop!
Mr. Cheesy Pop!
I'm going to shoot you.
Kate's favorite Disney blogger ever.
He's my favorite. I love him.
Is he really? Oh, he aggravates the crap out of me. If you're listening, Mrs. Cheesy Pop, sorry, but he does.
I will tell you who aggravates the crap out of me.
Yeah, listen, I mean, he aggravates me even more when he's out in the park and he's wearing those mirrored sunglasses, and
oh my god, I know, you can see his camera.
I know, but the glasses themselves are so worn, and they've got worn spots on them. I was like, get a new pair of glasses, dude. You're filming, get a new pair of glasses.
Try some new ones.
But he just annoys me.
Don't pick on my boo.
Is he your bae?
No. I'm a nerd. I might have looked for him when we were at Disneyland, but I didn't see him.
Oh my god. That's not stalkerish at all, Kate. No.
Yeah, I don't go places and look for Patrick Warburton, like, hoping he's there. But
the only one that I have for Disneyland, which he also does Disney World sometimes, is Justin Scard.
Yeah! You need to
go huge Justin Scard fans. We watch both of his vlogs. The Fast Dive Pour and the Sometimes vlog.
So, I don't want to say used to. I started out not liking Justin Scard or any of his videos or anything like that, just because I was like, this is the obnoxious side of, like, people that go to Disney. And then I realized he started going, like, other places that weren't Disney, which, I mean, I love Disney stuff. I love that too, yeah. The other places he went to, I was like, oh, like, this is actually interesting. Like, he does Route 66 stuff. Mm-hmm. He's been to Disney World and Disneyland, so he does videos on each coast, like, in different parks. And he has pins you can buy. He does meetups and stuff. And one of my favorite videos from him, he went to a bunch of the missions in, like, on the West Coast. And I was like, I never, ever in a million years would have seen these things if it wasn't for you going there and, like, showing them. So. And
he gives, like, the history and actually makes it fun. We like watching
the downside is he sounds like SpongeBob SquarePants. So.
Wait, have you listened to Mr. Cheesy Pop?
No, I haven't.
Hey! Leave him
Mr. Cheesy Pop looks like a bobblehead.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
No, but his voice is one of those very recognizable voices, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Same with Justin Scard. He sounds like SpongeBob, and sometimes he talks normally and like serious, but most of the time he's like in SpongeBob mode, and I'm like, eh. But he's got a very cute cat named Mika, so props to the kitties.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Hashtag cats. Yes. I also had Justin Scard on my list, but I was kind of like, oh, he does Disney World and Disneyland plus other things. So, yeah, definitely follow Justin Scard on YouTube, whether it's the... I love the song. It goes, this is the Sometimes
Vlog.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yes. That's how it should be.
He's like best friends with
the other vlogger.
No.
Adam
we don't mention him in this house. No, that's what we don't mention.
Let me take him off the list.
The Imagineer.
What?
When he did the meetup with.
Oh,
Bob Gurr?
Yes.
Bob Gurr!
Bob Gurr. He's good friends with Bob Gurr.
Yeah, and
he's always
also,
doing things with him.
Separately, super nerdy, he likes the Pee Wee Herman movie, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and he like met the bicycle and stuff. I was like, yes, that's my dream.
We were watching
Adam
one of his videos
went to
before.
the old restaurant in the desert or whatever.
Who
went inside of it.
So
Tim doesn't care for Adam the Woo.
I don't like Adam the Woo.
Wait, why not?
Okay.
He's cool.
Hold on a second.
Basic. No, teasing.
I
I didn't hear who you said you didn't like, sorry.
I find him annoying.
Tim,
he's been
if he's hanging out with Justin Scard or another vlogger from my list, he's fine. But by himself, I can't watch him.
Tim, I 1,100,000,000% agree with you. One of my best friends loves Adam the Woo and all the videos. That's fine. Whatever. I couldn't watch any of them. I was like, this is not what I want to see. But starting in January of this year, he bought an RV and is now like driving around in it and like going to places, which is what I want to do. Like I want to get an RV or like a tiny home and pull it and go to like random whatever. So
that's what we want to do when we retire.
So the Justin Scard videos when he goes to random roadside attractions, that's what Adam the Woo was doing, to the point where he was randomly at some place and the guy from the Smashing Pumpkins was there, because the guy from the yes, he's doing the same thing. He's going around the country and going to like random places, and they like hung out, and I was like, I'm watching a video of this dude who's driving around the country in an RV, and he just met Billy Corgan, who's also doing the same thing, and I was like, this is the internet. Like, this is what it's weird. But I like the videos of Adam the Woo in the RV. You should watch those, because they're like historically significant events, like places he goes to. It's not just like garbage like it was before.
Like Justin Scard.
No. Yeah, he did a video like in the past 6 months at Walt Disney's grave and like Marilyn Monroe, and see where Hugh Hefner is going to be buried and stuff like that.
He just did a video about how
in some of his videos he can be a little much, but I like him.
Although I absolutely hate the whole Hitchcock would be proud. I want to punch him every time he says that. I'm like, nope. I was like,
the only thing I like is his
off.
Mickey Mouse glasses. You can't find anymore. I've been trying to find a pair of those sunglasses and I can't find them.
Don't worry, we'll find them, just like the recipe for Dragonberry Refresher.
Oh, I can't wait. 2 weeks, I'm going to get that recipe if I have to beat a cast member up to get it.
I'm just going to beat people.
Disclaimer, I will not beat up a cast member.
You should YouTube it. You'll get 1 million views. Mr. Cheesy Pop, is he as obnoxious as other people?
Stop picking on my man.
I've never seen it, so I have no idea. I don't know.
Can be. He's very into himself.
He's a voice actor.
Oh, you can tell.
Play a game.
Yeah, that's like his thing.
Yeah, but all the people that we pretty much like are quirky in some way.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad quality, it's just what it is.
Yeah, my next one, You're Living Under a Rock If You Don't Know Who Tom Sanders Is. He's really funny. I like him.
I don't know who
My
Tom
rock is very comfortable.
Oh my god, he does like Disney gags. You've probably seen his stuff on Facebook, people sharing. He does like gags for Disney. He does like melody singing kind of joke things. Good. That's the number one person you should look out. He's hilarious.
If you Google Tom Sanders, the first thing that pops up is basketballreference.com.
I was just gonna say it.
But do Tom Sanders?
No, dude, he's huge. Type in Disney Tom Sanders. So if you're into Disney kind of makeup like tutorials, I really like X Sparkage. It's XPSPARKAGE. I've been watching her for at least 4 years. She has a lot of different makeup looks, but her Disney princess ones and stuff like that, they're easy to follow, and I like her.
Ooh, I'd never even considered looking at Disney beauty vlogs on YouTube because I don't ever put makeup on my face really. But
Me either.
Oh my gosh. I need to take you to Sephora when we're in Florida.
Only on certain days. That's all I'm gonna say.
Honestly, and Kate knows this because I was asking her questions for like months before
Yeah,
last
I
year.
helped him with
Not
his
so
makeup
scary.
and his costume.
She helped me with my makeup for my costume last year.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, when I leave my house, I wear like eyeliner and mascara if I'm lucky, but
I do my whole face in 15 minutes.
It takes me 15 minutes to put in my contacts. I couldn't even imagine trying to put on makeup.
You would be like,
Yeah, but no,
I could literally
just
put
no.
my contacts in right now while we're talking without any issues.
Not me. Well, I just got them last week, so.
I want LASIK. But anyway, so there are other YouTubers that do Disney World specifically that I watch. One of them, they used to live in Nashville, Tennessee, but now they actually live they originally lived in Florida, moved to Nashville, now they're back in Florida after years. And it's Ears to You, Brock and Promise. Does anybody watch them?
no.
I watched like one episode of theirs. I couldn't get into them.
See, it's funny because Brock makes his own music, so on YouTube, one of the things is like using music and not like paying for it, whatever. They make all their own music, so they just put it in there, so they just do their own thing. But other people who vlog for things that are Disney related, they put like When You Wish Upon a Star. You can't use copyrighted music in Disney vlogs.
No, you can't. No. You get in trouble.
Exactly. So with them, they go to the parks, they show you things like we're riding the Jungle Cruise, and they show it, and they have this thing, they go, we must show the internet food, and they always show what they're eating. So if you're a food blog/vlogger for Disney World, they always show you their meals, the sides, the drinks, whatever they're getting. So it's really good for food at Disney World because that's what we all
We need
talk
to do
about.
that when we go.
Yeah, I'm going to. Don't worry. I have a camera that I will have just for food pictures.
Wow.
But yeah, and now that they've moved back to Florida, they have other parts of Florida they're covering, and they're friends with, I'm sure everybody has this person on their list or this blogger on their list. The Tim Tracker?
Yes!
I couldn't get in there.
That was my next one.
Oh, great!
Kate,
wow.
Wait, you like
one
this
thing
Tiki Pop, but
everybody
you don't like
loves.
Tim Tracker? Come on.
I've only watched one video, so maybe I should give it another, I don't know.
Start 3 weeks back and watch them. They vlog almost every day,
Well,
depending on their dogs.
The Tim Tracker is also friends with Adam the Woo and Justin Scarf.
Woo! And it's not just a Tim Tracker. He is married to this lovely girl named Jen, the Jen Tracker. She doesn't have her own channel as the Jen Tracker. She has Jen Does It, but she doesn't update. So they do the Tim Tracker channel together. But sometimes Tim will go to the parks by himself and do some stuff, being like, "Hey, Avatar got updated," or whatever. Or then they'll both go out and do like the Orlando Eye. They cover everything in Orlando that's important, I think, and in a way that I want to watch it rather than a step-by-step walkthrough of look, we were in Hogsmeade. See the wall? See the bookshop? No, I don't want to watch that. They're so good.
They even do videos of their pool parties, and it makes me want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other thing that I really like about them is that not everything is good. And they'll tell you when things aren't good.
Yep,
so, I
especially
mean,
the
I
food.
appreciate that aspect of it because
not
there's too much
picture-perfect.
fluff, and if they're going to tell you flat, yeah, don't go here, go someplace else, and that's what I need to hear sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Especially, like, when Tim and Jen are trying food, Tim will put something in the pot, he's like, wow, like, that's really... And he'll either say great or awful. And I'm like, okay, whatever you're going to say, I'm going to accept it because I trust what you're going to say.
And then Jen will go, no, it's really not that good.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like, no, actually, that's not, nope. Yeah, so I'm sure that everyone listening to this has at least heard of the Tim Tracker, has watched a couple videos, except for Kate, apparently. But Tim Tracker and his wife, Jen, awesome. They have dogs, so if you like pets, they got dogs on their channel.
So that's why you like him.
Nope. Have you seen his
It's
mustache?
the mustache.
It's pristine.
I know.
Yeah, it's the mustache.
It is the mustache. Not trying to be like, I just like him from the mustache, but like, it's very
I think
rare
I ended up
that...
seeing him on one of my trips or something,
Lucky
because he
you.
looked familiar, But
they have dogs. They also do Disney and Universal, as well as outside of the parks things in Orlando. So if you're trying to do like I don't think they've done a Disney cruise, which they probably should, but they've done like pretty much everywhere in Orlando. So if you're looking for an outside perspective, they're locals. They are there all the time.
yes.
All right, and they're friends with Ears to You.
this isn't necessarily a YouTuber, but the Disney Parks channel. I like watching the videos when the limited edition merchandise is coming out and they show everything.
Anytime
That's
Stephen
on our
Miller
list,
is on
too.
the videos
But-
for the Disney Parks blog, I'm watching it.
Mm-hmm. That, without a doubt. Almost all the time. I actually watch almost every single Disney thing that they have. Because Disney has like a whole family of channels, pretty much.
All the official Disney
have
channels.
I love the
seen
Disneyland channel too.
Every role a starring role.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my
And the resort.
favorite thing on the internet.
I like the resort ones.
I love every role a starring role. That's my favorite. That's literally the best.
My next one comes with a disclaimer. And if Lynn Testa ever listens to this, I apologize in advance, but it's touring plans, but only if Angela Dahlgren is hosting. I don't like any other host from there but Angela Dahlgren. She's hilarious.
What? I don't really watch any of the Touring Plans videos, but in the past, like, probably 10 days or so, I've watched, like, 3 or 4, and one of them was explaining the Magic Kingdom security thing, and had maps, and there was, like, pointing, and I was like, ooh, science class. And then another...
Was that the guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
Because he always usually does the nerdy, legal ones.
Well,
she does all the fun
It was
ones.
helpful. I watched it, and I was like, ooh, okay, I like this map. But I don't usually watch touring plans on YouTube. I just barely got into using the site, luckily, I guess, but maybe I'll watch this lady.
No, she's a lot of fun. She's silly.
She's a lot of
And
fun.
she keeps it entertaining. It's not very dry, so. Like how some of them can be, like just,
Stacey?
and this is our hotel room.
I like seeing the DVC rooms and stuff like that. I was looking last week and possibly running points for the fall, but after looking at the rooms, Bonnet Creek is better in my opinion, except for the DVC at Polynesian, but All Ears channel.
Yeah, allears.net, yeah. I watch that occasionally. Them and Fat Panda will have similar videos.
One of the things I like about All Ears is that they cover every single piece of Disney property, hotel, whatever, regardless of, like, status symbol, I guess. Like, they're like the encyclopedia version rather than, like, the opinion version.
The Cliff Notes.
Yeah, they did a video about Fort Wilderness, like, and the amenities there and food and all that stuff. I've never been there, but they, like, filmed it, like, there on a rocking chair, and they're like, this is the place that you can eat. These are the places that have entertainment. This is where the transportation is. It's like, wow, like, this is exactly what I wanted to know in a very concise and set up manner that, like, wasn't boring. So I was like, sweet deal.
Yeah, I'm friendly with Debbie, who runs, one of the ladies
She's
who runs the
awesome.
blog. She's really nice.
I like her.
Okay, the next two I have aren't really Disney related, but they do have Disney stuff on there from time to time. The first one is Coaster Force, and it just gives you the vantage point of riding a roller coaster. And then the next one is Theme Park Review, which has anything and everything.
I like the theme park review. It's like literally any roller coaster or attraction you can think of, like anywhere. I like the ones from Japan and like Asian parks because I know I'm not going to go to these random parks in the middle of China, but it's cool to see because I'm not going through China anytime soon.
You're not going to Japan?
China and Japan are different, but I'd like to go to Japan. It's an island. I do like islands. But anyway.
Casey doesn't agree with you. He agrees with me.
He's like, we're going
he says,
to
Mom,
China.
are you drunk?
We're going to China. But the roller coaster view, without me riding it first, I like that a lot because it helps me plan what I'm planning on doing. Do they have one of those for Mission Space? I should watch it.
There's not much to look at, to be honest with you.
It's just a thing.
Well, I have one that's similar to the one that Kate mentioned. It's called iTheme Park.
Yep.
And they basically do the same kind of things where they have all the videos. There's 2 channels. There's iTheme Park 1 and iTheme Park 2.
Ooh, clever.
Yes. It took a lot of brain power to come up with those titles. So. But I enjoy those. I find their views really interesting to watch. And I have one that I truly do enjoy a lot, and that's the martinvids.net.
Ooh, yes. I've never heard of this.
If you're into history especially about Disney parks and what rides were before what's there now, these vids are long. They're not like 15, 20 minutes. Some of them are hours long and they're broken up into parts, but it goes through everything that ride was at one point with every single change that they've had. And it's just this whole great history. And there's not much talking in them, but there's a lot of information. It's one of the best ones I've seen yet.
Old school VHS video converted over. He even does like the drawing board stuff that was even before the ride was even built on some of the rides. I love Martin's vids.
Ooh, I need to check that out as soon as possible.
I think the channel is martinsvids.com.
No, martinsvids.net.
.net.
Ooh, a .net even.
Yeah. He's networking.
But I mean, any attraction you could think of that ever was in Walt Disney World, even some in Disneyland, he has a video for.
Ooh. I love ride history, so that would be right up my alley. Okay, so I have someone, they cover mostly Walt Disney World. I don't think that they do Disneyland. I've never been there, but The Adventures of Peas and Carrots.
Oh, I can't watch them.
What?
I can't watch. I tried to
them.
this week. I can't get into it.
She talks funny.
It's very low. It's very low tone.
And they're like very, very, very monotonic. And we're gonna go do this now and eat and be our guest. And yeah, I'm sorry, I can't
See,
do
the
it.
videos from them that I like the most are the ones where they're in Flower and Garden because they show the actual like menu and what the food that they got is, and they do like the premium stuff. So they did like the premium package. I'm like, okay, like, can I do this at Food and Wine? It doesn't seem plausible, and they do it, and they're like, yeah, it was great. I'm like, okay, good. So if I paid the extra money, I wouldn't be upset. Ooh, martinsvids.net, subscribed. Okay. Captain EO widescreen. If you were looking for it.
Yeah.
It's
I have one that I don't know if you've ever even heard of. And Adam and I watch her when she puts videos. She doesn't always put up Disney videos because she's from the other side of the pond. And that's Charlotte, Little Miss Chicas.
You got me into her. I watch her every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the name, but
she's put up videos of Disneyland Paris recently, but she's great when she's in Disney World. Her and her husband, it's hilarious, or her boyfriend, whatever they are.
Well, if we're talking about the other side of the pond, do you guys know Crispy S'more? Do you watch them?
Never heard of that one.
Really?
Is he like related to Cheesy Pop?
Are they
like cousins?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Cheesy Pop. I'm your number one fan.
I'm so sorry about all of this. No, Crispy S'more is a guy and a girl. It's Steffi and Dave from the United Kingdom. They love Disney, everything. They've been to Disneyland Paris on their vlogs, and London, and random Disney things in their area. But they go to Florida every single year for Walt Disney World. They also do Universal and Halloween Horror Nights. That's usually when they travel to Florida. They're really awesome. They're also friends with the Tim Tracker, P.S., if you're trying to connect all the vlogs together. They're friends with the Tim Tracker. They do this thing which most other channels don't do. They do Fit for Disney vlogs, where they track like what they're eating or what foods they're eating that day, like what exercise they've done, and all leading up to their Disney trips, so they're like a little bit more accustomed to walking 8 to 10 miles a day, depending, and like, because most people don't do that normally. So those are fun. And they also do Vlogmas, which is a thing, and they have the Disney Advent calendar that they put together, which is really nice. Yay, Crispy S'more. Friends with the Tim Tracker, and they also have accents, so if you like accents, go for it.
Yes. Tracker.
I like accents, so that's probably, I'll have to check that out.
They're so good!
Love accents.
It's so good.
I said all mine already.
Everyone's done. I
don't think I have any more either.
A bunch more. Well, speaking of accents, there's another couple. They're called Spoonfuls of Sugar. They're from the United Kingdom. They've gone to Disneyland Paris a few times, but they do love Walt Disney World and Disney Cruises a lot, so they are on that. They have adorable accents. They're so funny. And they also do Vlogmas, and it's usually Disney related. They have a Vlogmas calendar that has Disney like questions and quotes in it, being like, okay, who said this? And it's like they say the quote and they have to guess, and it's really cute. So Spoonfuls of Sugar, they are from the United Kingdom, and they also vlog for anyone who's going to Europe, the airport, the hotels they stay at, and like places local to them in England. So if you're going over there or going to a Disneyland Paris, their videos are really, really good because they show you the planning and stuff too.
Cool.
I'm just going to tell you about all the rest of these. That's how it's going.
Well, I don't have anything left.
If you like more accents...
Let's talk more about Mr. Cheesy Pop.
No! Okay, if you like Mr. Cheesy...
You know what? We might as well talk about Thingamavlogs, because they're best friends.
Oh.
That's a dirty word. That's a dirty, dirty word.
Yeah, Mr. Cheesy Pop and the Thingamavlogs crews are besties.
Mr. Awful Pop.
I still like Mr. Cheesy Pop. You will never
the only
be
other
able
ones that I like to watch are
break us up.
I like to watch the ones that do like videos of the different resorts, like David's DVC rentals, and Fat Panda does them.
I love me some room tour vlogs.
I have a room tour of All-Star movies on my channel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's typically, we only watch those when we're going to go stay at a new resort and I want to get an idea
I
of
love
what
that.
I'm expecting.
I also love the videos that you can find on YouTube of walking, like, since I'm staying at Yacht Club, it's like walking from Yacht Club through International Gateway. It's just like 12 minutes of them like
I would
walking.
never walk that far. I take the boat.
I like walking.
Wow.
My feet swell up really big, so I try to sit down as much as I can.
Well,
I'm gonna stop.
Mr.
You're like
Cheesy
100
Pop.
years old.
Speaking of accents, because everybody loves them, one of my, and I'm not kidding, one of my favorite YouTube subscriptions I have out of every one that I have, including like Disney and like everything I listen to, is Disney in Detail. They are this adorable couple from the United Kingdom. She is so sweet. Everything that she thinks, well, you know how most people in the UK are like, oh, everything's great, like, just tip-top shape, and they don't, like, talk about the negatives, really. They're just kind of like, everything's cheery and perfect. she tells you when something is not anywhere near, like, acceptable. And it's really helpful. Plus, her accent's adorable. Like, she's gone to Disney, I think, 3 times in the past year, maybe, with her husband, and they show you everything that they're doing. Like, Disney Springs. They sometimes stay off site, but they make it feel like you're on site with what they're doing. One of my favorite channels, like, on YouTube, period. And she just is about to start posting her trip videos from the end of February, beginning of March. So, good stuff. Really, really great. Disney in detail. Love it. So good. I think they're doing a cruise, or they did do a cruise, but she is one of my absolute favorites. Like, all of you should go find her right now. Another one of my favorites from Twitter and just being on the internet is WDW Plantoons. Does anybody know them?
I know of them.
I've never heard of them either.
Oh, they're animated. They animate their videos. It's so funny. It's a husband and wife team. The wife has like a tattoo on her arm of an owl, so like the animated version of her has an owl tattoo. It's so good. They're from your area. I'm pretty sure they're in Pennsylvania too. So they have a couple kids.
Pennsylvania's big.
Well, I'm just
like 8 hours across.
But Pennsylvania is closer than, say, like Wyoming. So if they live in Pennsylvania,
Closer than England.
Yeah. So they live sort of near you, but they're super funny. They animate all their videos, and it's hysterical. And they have this thing called the Plantoons Theater where they go, like, they do flashbacks on their trips. It's really funny if you want not your regular Disney vlog, because they're animated and it's like a podcast, but instead of having like our actual faces, it would be like a 2D cartoon of us like bopping around. So funny. So funny. Everyone knows that I don't really like kids, but there's a YouTube channel called Jones Family Travel. It's a mom, a dad, and 2 kids. They're homeschooled and they do like edutainment type stuff like Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, but they also do Disney parks and Universal. They're pretty good. They do a lot of the Florida stuff that's like alligators and like airboats and weird. They've got a Kennedy Space Center, stuff like that. So if you're not going to just the parks, Jones Family Travel has a bunch of stuff just for you that's not even remotely related to Disney World.
I tried watching them. I couldn't get into them either.
I'm sure, I don't know if you guys are controversial about this next one. Tom and Sophie from the UK.
I watched them like once or twice, and they were too much for me.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've never watched them.
I think I've watched them and I stopped.
I had to block them from Mouseport because they would always post stuff without asking.
So I don't watch their Walt Disney World videos are super long and like too much. But they recently went on a Disney holiday cruise for Christmas, and then they did a cruise Q&A, and it was like everything I was looking for to find out about cruises before like wanting to book one. So it was really helpful, but I'm not like, I'm watching all of your videos because they are too much.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
I said that
left.
for Barry because he hates when people say that.
Alright, well I have 2 more. One of them is actually pretty recent just because what's been happening with this person has become really recent, but his name is Adam Hatan. He's from the UK. He did a couple of like Disney trip vlogs before, but he's actually moving to the UK, or is now in the United States and working for the college program for the next year. And he's, I think, like 20.
Doing what?
Working as a like international correspondent, whatever, for the UK pavilion, I'm pretty sure, because he's from the United States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's going to work in Epcot, being from the UK, and the past, like, he's been posting, I think, like, once every 4 or 5 days in the past 2 weeks now. We're talking about the beginning of April, so the end of March into now. He has, like, moving to the United States one, and, like, a couple days in the parks before his actual, like, training and stuff starts, so that's a YouTube that if you want to catch it now, he'll be doing, I'm assuming, vlogs for the next year. at Disney during the college program that he's in. So that's fun. College program sounds amazing.
I still don't understand why you never did it. You should take like a couple courses in community college and just go.
I should
after you get accepted.
Literally, I should just go.
That's all you need to do.
And
then you can be all like Vista Way, like Kate.
Vista Way.
Vista Way is amazing. Everybody hates it, but it's the best place to live.
The last one I have is not just for Disney. Well, I don't know what else he does it for, but Resort TV 1 does Disney World, and I'm pretty sure Disneyland loops for different lands, like Adventureland loop, Tomorrowland loop, Epcot loop, Magic Kingdom opening loop, all that ride loop. And let me tell you, I cannot live without listening to the Jungle Cruise loop on YouTube every day, at least twice.
I listen to the Space Mountain Tunnel one almost every day at work.
Jungle Cruise loop and Adventureland loop are...
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Every single day. Like, I can't not listen to them. Tim and Adam were like, we don't listen to loops, we just go there.
I listen to the park soundtracks. I have the park soundtracks on my iPhone.
Yeah, I have over, I want to say easily, about 1,200 pieces of stuff from Disney and Disney parks and stuff, so almost everything I have most of it. Yeah, I know. Bow down, peasants, bow down. Anyway.
But yeah, if you need some resort loops or anything like the Polynesian resort loop is one of my favorites too. Love listening to that loop, pretending that I'm there. Oh my gosh, tiki music is so good. That's my favorite resort.
It's my home.
The Trader Sam's loop from the California Trader Sam's, not from this one. The California Trader Sam's loop is gold.
We went to Trader Sam's. I don't remember there being a loop, though.
I don't remember there being a loop either.
It was so loud in there when we went there.
Google it. We had so much fun. It is so relaxing. So I'm telling you.
Oh, what, Trader Sam's relaxing?
Trader Sam's in California's loop. If they play it the right way, it's amazing.
That has to be one of the loudest bar/lounges I've ever been in.
Well, it's tiny.
Disney property, yeah. And the bartenders and whatnot are always screaming, and you get the special effects going on. It's really loud. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just you can't hear if they're playing music or not.
I'm going to post
I did enjoy it, and I had
right
a lot of
now
fun,
in the Facebook group, and you all can enjoy 2 hours of just fantastic Disney ambiance music. It's so good.
The Disney ambiance.
Exactly.
That's French.
Have you all seen Beauty and the Beast yet?
Nope.
No.
Even I've seen it. It's pretty bad if I've seen it and y'all haven't seen it.
That's one of those movies where I'll see it.
Movies that we've all seen that you haven't.
Any other Disney movie that's been made.
That's not fair.
I'll see it, but I'm going to wait till I don't have to pay for it because it's not something I want to pay for.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
I'll
it on
probably end up seeing it in the theaters. I want to see it in the theaters, but I like going to the movies.
Okay, we'll drive to here and we'll go see it. We have a really nice...
Well, we're not going to have time before it's out of the theater, so...
Go listen to the Disneyland loop. You will or Disneyland Trader Sam's loop. You will not be disappointed, I promise. It's 2 hours long. It's worth it unless you want to fall asleep because it is very like... If I was in a hammock, it would make me fall asleep immediately. Which is fine. It just... Don't fall asleep at work. Okay. Well... Are there anybody else that you guys watch on YouTube, or do you think there should be YouTube channels for certain things? Disney Food Blog kind of has a YouTube channel, but not really.
The only thing that I would like to see maybe just like a live camera.
Oh
like a constant on camera.
They do it every once in a while, but do a constant on camera, that'd be freaking phenomenal.
Like just one, I don't need it to be pointing at any particular attraction. I don't need it to, I just want to see Main Street every now and then.
I was going to say,
just
at the train station pointing down.
There's apps that you can download, and it has a Main Street camera, and it points at it all day, so you can watch it whenever you want.
But sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. From my experience.
He's like, I check this all the time, and I'm going to watch it.
But like or even like just the picture of the Epcot ball for a little while with like the crowds and like just all that stuff.
Yeah, with the loop behind it. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cry. I want all that. Or like Animal Kingdom, could you imagine if they had like gorillas for an hour and then like tigers for an hour and then the monkeys for an hour? Like,
that would be awesome. I would sit there and watch that all the damn time and then play the Natazu Animal Kingdom loop, and that would be awesome for me.
Exactly.
It's Natazu.
I'm all for that. So if you guys have any other YouTubes that you watch that have Disney content or Disneyland content, any of that sort of stuff, or Orlando stuff, I guess, because if you're going to Disney, you don't have to be at the parks, but I've seen
you do.
Well, no, I've seen a couple of videos where people go to like the outlets, like the Disney World outlets, and show stuff there. I'm like, okay, well, I can't get this Mickey's Not So Scary limited edition pin in real life. Maybe I can get it at the outlets. because
the Disney shoppers buy out all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
and they upcharge it.
Yeah. The true limited edition stuff never makes it there.
Yeah.
You'll get some like oddly posted like, ooh, look, this shirt says I went in 2014 and it's 2017. Let's get it.
But
last year's dated items.
But like the true limited edition hard to get stuff, you're not going to find there.
I think it's funny that most of those places also have Disney Cruise Line stuff. Like, why don't you just keep that on the boat and put it in clearance? Like, people are going to come on the boat regardless. But
I bought a license plate holder from Property Control when I worked at Magic Kingdom, but they have a whole store, but you need a cast member to go there and shop there.
We can find one of those, no problem.
Just hire one out for the day.
My friend Mark is a cast member, but...
Okay, so now we have Storybook Treats.
Yeah, you're lucky that I'm giving you this recipe because I picked this for you.
Hey, look, turkey, lobster, sweet potato pie, pancakes piled up till they reach the sky. I want to eat.
This is from Kona Cafe. It's the Tonga Toast. Great. Well, for anybody else who knows, who wants this, you need 1 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 loaf of sourdough bread or 8 inches long, 2 bananas peeled.
Snap. I'm getting macadamia.
Frozen or with nuts?
I'll make
1
this at
quart
home.
of canola oil for frying, and you're going to mix the sugar and cinnamon with a fork until thoroughly blended. Step 2, slice the bread into 4 2-inch thick slices. Cut each banana in half crosswise, then each piece lengthwise. Place a bread slice flat on the counter and tear out just enough for the middle. You just have, when you start doing it, you'll see. I was afraid I was going to cut it all the way through. In a large pot or deep frying, heat to oil. I just did mine not in a deep fryer, just did it in a, whatchamacallit, on the
pan?
stove. Yeah, it's a pan. Thank you.
I do mine in our cast iron skillet.
And you just need to use a thermometer to make sure the oil heats up to 350 degrees. Any hotter and this will burn. And you're just going to place, just like you make French toast, place it on one side and then the other for a minute until it gets light browned. And when you remove this, you're just going to mix it in the cinnamon sugar and repeat for each piece, and you're done. Boom. That's it.
But what you could never find on the internet is the recipe for the strawberry compote that comes with...
I know! You need to... Did you post a recipe on your blog?
I did.
You could show.
Well, the blog is not active right now, but it's thecookingwiki.com, and I should have a recipe for the strawberry compote on there. It's very simple, and it's the greatest thing ever, especially with that toast.
Yes. I have a picture of me just pouring it in my mouth from the jar.
Alrighty, so why don't we tell them where they can find us?
I'm on Twitter at YohoYohoBlogger. My blog is YohoYohoBloggersLifeForMe.blogspot.com, and please email us at mouseportpodcast@gmail.com.
You can find me on Twitter at MegPeg and at _MegPeg on Instagram, or don't. Facebook, Facebook.com/group/Mouseport. Please join the group, Facebook.com/group/Mouseport. You can find us, our episodes pinned to the top, and comment on fun stuff. We're on Twitter at MouseportCast, and we're also on Stitcher, iTunes, and YouTube. Speaking of, since we are talking about it now, we have our own YouTube videos for the episodes now, so go check those out. And then Tim and Adam also have their own some situations going on.
You can find us on our other podcast at 3 Sheets to the Mouse. It's the number 3 Sheets to the Mouse. And on our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/3 Sheets to the Mouse.
Hooray! You guys should go listen. They are a not G-rated podcast, so if you're 18 or under,
don't let the kiddies listen.
It's not for kids.
No
Disney,
little mouse ears.
Yes, Disney is for kids of all ages, but this podcast for the 3 Sheets to the Mouse is not. So don't listen to it if you're young.
It's for kids that drink and have potty mouths.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, and with that, we'll probably see you guys all next week. Bye-bye.
Toodles.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.